Ever notice what happens the exact second a conversation suddenly goes sideways? Maybe you read a text, your stomach drops, and your brain instantly shifts into damage control. In that split second, most of us default to one of three extremes. We either fold completely and try to keep the peace, throw our armor on and prepare for a fight, or just shut down entirely and pull away. Psychoanalyst Karen Horney spent her career studying these exact reflexes. She proposed that human beings are driven by a deep fundamental need for safety. These baffling, destructive relationship behaviors are subconscious survival tactics. We act out because our brains perceive a threat and default to the only defense we know. Horney called the root of this behavior basic anxiety. It starts when a child's early environment feels unpredictable, hostile, or lacking in warmth, creating a profound sense of isolation and helplessness. To endure that terrifying feeling, the child formulates a specific defensive coping strategy to navigate their surroundings and get their needs met. We carry these defenses right into adulthood. When a stressful event triggers our anxiety today, we subconsciously regress and lock back into those rigid childhood strategies to protect ourselves. The armor we forged to survive our early years has become the exact weight dragging down our adult relationships. The first strategy is moving toward people. Horney called this the self-effacing solution. Imagine your partner snaps at you over a minor inconvenience. If this is your go-to move, your immediate reflex is to apologize profusely and try to fix their mood, even if you did absolutely nothing wrong. The subconscious goal is to be liked and protected. You collapse your boundaries and tether your entire stability to someone else. You construct an idealized image as a loving martyr, leading to a morbid dependency where you lose your authentic desires. For the pleaser, safety is falsely equated with complete submission and self-erasure. The second strategy is moving against people, known as the expansive solution. Suppose you get passed over for a promotion at work. Instead of allowing yourself to feel disappointed, you get furious, label everyone else incompetent, and vow to ruthlessly dominate the next project. Life is a hostile, competitive struggle where security is achieved through aggression and control. You choke off your softer feelings because they are perceived as dangerous weaknesses that threaten your grandiose sense of superiority. For the aggressor, safety relies on conquering others rather than connecting with them, sacrificing human intimacy for power. Finally, we have the third strategy, moving away from people, or the solution of resignation. You start dating someone new. Things get emotionally close. Your reflex is to pull away, ghost them, and convince yourself you are better off alone. This graphic demonstrates the ultimate goal: total isolation and self-sufficiency. By severing connection lines, you ensure no one can get close enough to hurt you. This neurotic detachment severely limits your ability to live and grow. For the withdrawer, safety is equated with total isolation. You pursue a false sense of freedom by simply refusing to participate in the reality of human relationships. It's easy to look at these patterns and assume that yielding, competing, or taking time to be alone are inherently bad. When healthy, we operate with access to all three trends, moving fluidly between them, yielding, fighting, or pulling back as needed. The problem arises when anxiety forces us to use just one strategy rigidly, regardless of the situation. It is our anxiety-driven inability to choose when to use these mechanisms that makes them toxic. To find balance, Horney argued we must escape the tyranny of the shoulds, the rigid, fear-based rules, like I should always be accommodating or I should never show weakness. True psychological skill is catching yourself in the moment you are acting out of fear and consciously choosing to drop that rigid defense. When you drop those defenses, you make room for your real self, the unique, authentic center of who you are. True emotional freedom means feeling safe enough to take off the armor and respond to life spontaneously, instead of reacting out of old, anxious habits. I would love to hear from you. When stressed or threatened in a relationship, which of these three patterns do you naturally default to? Let me know in the comments below.